Next up is Thabit Shafer. Thabit is a middle school student, and after years of extensive research, he's made a presentation about one of his favorite topics. Please welcome Thabit.
Since the beginning of time, we have all gamed. And now, I will present to you, through 13 years of extensive research, the best game, video games. Here's me doing thing that is a not video game. As you can see, I'm in a costumes, I'm doing an instrument, and me on some trips. Woo. And now, here's a little bit of history. Tennis for Two is the first video game ever created. Well, not really the first, but it's the first one created specifically for entertainment, back in 1958. It's created on an oscilloscope, and it was presented during a laboratory thing. Anyway, so this led, through evolution, to various home consoles, such as the Atari 2600, arcades, and personal computers. Now, as these evolved, it turned into a semi-arms race, where every company was attempting to make better hardware, better games, and everybody was just making good memes. And here we have the portable market, which for a time was considered inferior and more casual. But as time progressed, it became the most profitable and led to things such as alternate and never mind. Now we're on to profit, which can be found by going to which many people make the career by going to tournaments such as Evo, talking online, or just being annoying. Now, I myself have attempted to make a video game. Keyword is attempted. I also became interested in sort of the background, how these video games actually developed, and the history behind them. And many people people with actual coding skills have been able to go into the code and modify things like hardware, software, and in certain instances are able to make completely different experiences. One such example I've done is with this game, Super Smash Bros. Brawl. It's a good game, but it has a lot of problems. It's slower, it's not as technical as its predecessors, and it's all around more random chance. So, to fix this, a mod released called Project M was developed. So, I discovered it, and I found out all you had to do was get the mod, 2 GB SD card, put it in, you can play it. It sounds simple, right? It's not that simple, because I couldn't buy this off the shelf, because it's obsolete. So I had to so after scouring for like 5 hours, I had to head home, buy it off Amazon, and then wait forever for it to come. And after that, I had to use I had to use this incantation to summon an ethereal demon to change it from Fat 16 to Fat 32. And after that, it still didn't work. So after hours and hours of trying, attempting to make this function properly, I figured it out. I had to import the whole folder as opposed to just the individual files. And I was successful for once. Now I have some tips for you that I've learned that you can take from here. For one thing, always trust old men in caves. They might have something for you to take with you. After all, it is dangerous to go alone. Now the first thing you can learn is not to die, because at best, it's a minor inconvenience, and at worst, you no longer exist. So it's best to avoid it. Now, this is more in the real world. This is about microtransactions, which suck. They take basically, who needs skill when you can pay $5 and just skip it? Who needs it? And also, when you're off the main quest, when you want to do something else, you go do a side quest. So you go visit the dehydrated guy, give him some water. You go into the cracked wall, find old people, and you find out why all these guards have been shot in the knee. And also, what's a video game without challenge? The answer is Kirby's Epic Yarn. But if you're not Kirby's Epic Yarn, then you're bound to have some frustration. The benefit of this is that you're gonna get a small percentage of that back. And the biggest thing I want you to know is that you have the power to change the game. You have control, you have the power, you can do anything. And the biggest thing you can do is change the game. And now that I'm done, I'm gonna maybe go outside for once in my life.